First, I'll give Auburn some credit. I said come this game, they're a very good team. They're the only team's gone to Arkansas, had last second shot at Arkansas to tie the game. They've gone into LSU and took them in overtime. And offensively, they can get on a roll, and they got on a roll tonight and made some shots. A lot of guys shoot it. They got to the foul line, probably more than anybody's got to the foul line on us all year long. That was a stat. That's a bad stat for us, as you well know. For that opposing team, get to the free throw line as many times they got the free throw line. Offensively wasn't a problem. We shoot 60% for the game, score 91 points. Just defensively, we didn't lock in and take care of some things the way we needed to. And the score we didn't separate it totally the second half just because of free throw shooting. We got to the free throw line 33 times the second half, but only made 19. That let them hang around. That let them stay there at 7 and 8 and 9 way too many times. We had a bunch of opportunities to stretch that thing out to 14, 13, 14, and 15, just make some free throws. But overall, in this league, you take a win and move on. Had some guys, we had to play down the stretch without D. Bost. That's all. That was interesting for us the first time. He fouled out on he fouled the guy. You can take a chance on doing that when you have 4 fouls. Thought Sean Smith came off the bench and gave us some minutes. He hadn't been playing any. Played 7 minutes, gave us 5 points. But it was 7 minutes that was important on our team somewhere. But in this league, take the win, move on, get ready for the next one.
D fouls out, but then your two.
How much time was left?
I think a little bit over 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Yeah. But D, he fouls out. I thought that Arnett and Sidney kind of came up big for you there, especially with Moultrie getting double team come through there.
He did, and again, we got the ball in around that hole a bunch, and we got fouled a bunch. We let them hang around. We missed some free throws. We missed 14 free throws in the second half. That's a lot of free throws to miss in that game. But those guys did step up.
The largest lesson is that the team learned how to win without D.
I don't want to learn that lesson. Okay? If that's the lesson we take from it, that's good. But I thought Brian played steady out there. And you're right, Arnett took his to another level, and Sid stepped up and made some free throws late in that game.
The assists here, you got 18 from your guards.
Brian has 9 assists and no turnovers. It's a great stat for him. I think D was 7 and 4.
Yeah.
7 and 4. And D played, that's probably his career low minutes, 24 minutes. I would say, Greg, check that stat. You media guys probably got that in the back of your head already, but I don't remember in his career playing much less than that. Second half, he didn't play but what, 7, 8 minutes? It wasn't. Y'all got that stat, Frank? D-Boss. Got us going second half, though. Got us going, jumped up, made some shots, and separated the game for us.
Could you see anything in the first half just told you why they were a step slower pros on defense, especially after a week off?
Dave, hey, that's the pluses and minuses with it. And I said some things, hey, you change your rhythm some. It's good we had that rest. And we backed off of them from a practice standpoint, physically and mentally. The opposite side of it changes your routine. And, we didn't defend every day last week when we were off. And again, give Auburn some credit. Ward's drives that basketball. You look at Frankie's free throws, I think he shoots 10, but 6 of them come on 2 3-pointers he got fouled, and 2 of them came off that technical foul. So 8 of his 10 weren't driving. Ward's the guy that drove the basketball and got to the free throw line. That's what he does. I think he had shot 20 coming in the previous 2 games. He shoots 12 tonight, so he's 32 in the last 3 games.
What's that balanced scoring you had? You had different guys at different times with D and then Sidney.
We got it going different ways. We did. D got it going. Jalen got it going. Arnett. The first half, he got in some foul trouble, but the second half we got him going in around that rim some, and Sid got some things done. Got to the free throw line, made some shots. But we have 5 guys and put 5 guys in double figures.
I'm important to get Johnson some minutes, and like you said, Smith too, just in an SEC game.
You guys know we don't have a lot of bodies, so anytime we can buy a couple minutes here or there, that's good for us. Sean Sean played some productive minutes, jumped up and made it 3. I think he stepped to the free throw line, made both free throws late in the game, so that was good for him. And Rock, I don't even remember who we had to sub him for at that time. Rock hadn't been in for a long time, maybe his first SEC game. Hadn't played much, but he's a guy in time we like, and if we can get something out of him, rest away, we have to buy some minutes from him.
Rodney was a little bit more aggressive, I thought, today. Did you notice that? Something gets going on. Obviously, picked up the technical.
He was aggressive. I'm not going to comment on that. You guys can comment on that one. You don't know Rodney Hood. He's not going to say many things ever that's disrespectful to anybody. And what he said wasn't disrespectful. I think it's one of those deals about, don't y'all be typing all that shit.
Hey, this is
Crap.
live TV.
Oh, excuse me. Okay. Don't be typing all that. But hey, there's some, I think you, at one end, carried over to the other end, and maybe the second guy always gets caught saying something. But that's not Rodney's deal, as you well know.
Was play today overall?
Rodney,
I think he was more aggressive on the court.
Rodney plays. Rodney's steady every game. Eight shot attempts. He has 11 points, 6 rebounds. Plays 34 minutes. He's just steady. All those other guys, we don't run a lot for him consistently, but he's a guy you just trust. And handled that ball against that press a whole lot today too.
Do you think Sean Smith playing, maybe he can play a little bit more going forward?
Let's hope so. We need some minutes. If you buy 5 or 6 minutes of games from him, it helps some of those perimeter guys. And Rodney Hood probably played his SEC low today, 34 minutes, so that helps some. All right, what you got over there? Danny, ain't heard you guys. Danny P, what you got? Come on, Danny P.
You're good. You're good.
What else? Dave, what you got? Or is that it?
Well,
Any other games right now? Go
What was
ahead, Brad.
different getting to the line the second half? Why was that such a problem, you think, the first half?
Well, we were more aggressive throwing that ball inside. They changed defenses first half. We weren't as aggressive against it, man or zone. Second half, your offense on your end a little bit, and you're a little bit better. We got that ball around that rim a bunch against the man or zone. We got them in the double bonus pretty quick.
Even though you missed some free throws down the stretch, you still were able to burn some seconds against that zone, just passing around and kind of rest some legs or survive without D being out there.
We did. And again, we had a couple mistakes. As a 5-point swing, I think we're up 8 or 9. D's turnover to Sydney, comes back down, makes that foul. I mean, that's 2 you don't give, and you give up 3 and fouls him out. It's a huge momentum play right there. And I gave him a little bit of energy, but we found a way to get it done, Dave. They move on.
So one of those situations where the players just know that they can play better on defense. And how do you talk to them after a game like this?
Well, again, I'm going to give Auburn some credit too now. They did a good job driving that basketball and doing some things, and that ball screen hurt us out there some. But give him some credit, made some shots. Gabriel's a good shooter. He goes 4 for 8 in that 3-point line. But the difference was they drove that basketball way too much in that lane. Ward did. He was the one guy that drove that basketball way too much. All right, guys.